Michael August. Michael, how are you today, sir?
I am refreshed. It's good to be back from vacation, and it's good to see your face. And I got a lot of things to share, and today is one of those days. So we had a conference in Cancun where we spoke with a lot of planners and advisors. We had a 2-week vacation immediately after that, and less than 12 hours after returning from the Philippines, we wound up on a plane and we met with a bunch of physicians last weekend, and that's what I want to share about. Some things that we discussed, and I think really resonate with a lot of other people as
And
well.
interesting. And it's always interesting when you get to meet a group of people and see what their wants and needs and what are their challenges.
Yes, absolutely. And again, it's universal. So many people would be surprised what these physicians are thinking and what they're dealing with. But when they hear it, it's like, oh, they're busy people as well. And we deal with a lot of similar things. Pretty interesting.
All right. So what things did you pick up from this event?
Okay, so let me tell you about the event first. We were at a conference called the Outliers. These are a lot of them are laser eye surgeons, but all of them are ophthalmologists and optometrists, mostly ophthalmologists, the ones that I met. And we were out in Palm Springs, California. We got back last night. So we were able to, full press, right? So we met with a bunch of physicians. There's probably 120, 150 that I visibly saw. And I had a good chance to meet with many of them. So, a few things, there were really three things that really stood out to me from those interactions, so to speak. And I wanted to share them with our audience because I think some of these things may be of value to our people. So, number one, obvious, physicians are incredibly busy, busy people. So, I think what I'm hearing out there, and the typical ophthalmologists, who especially those who do LASIK and eye surgeries, may wind up doing anywhere from 30 to 80 surgeries a week. Some of these surgeries are fast, like 5 minutes, but still they're seeing dozens of people a week. That's a lot of work, especially the follow up, the planning to it, etc. And that means that these groups, these practices have significant staff. There's quite a few people with each practice that I noticed. There were a lot of administrators at this meeting, and that is a lot of work for the physicians as well. They're always reviewing things like new technology. There was discussion on AI and its role in their industry last weekend. Significant conversations, new ways to compete because they wanted really they're more focused on market penetration as well, and they're trying to stay on top of compliance. So these are just some of the things I notice about how busy these physicians are. They really work hard to earn their money. That's number one. um, Second, there are a lot of doctors out there, and especially surgeons, who are still carrying sizable federal student loans. And it was stunning to me, right? In this group specifically, we were seeing somewhere between 200 to 300,000, been in practice a few years. And that's what they shaved it down to. Pretty interesting. So, if you take our conversation to a more broader perspective, and the other physicians we've spoken to outside of this meeting as well, there are now people carrying near over $500,000. I know of one person with 1 million. I don't understand how you do that, but accumulating $1 million in federal student loans. And they still don't know that there are programs out there. That all they hear is, well, I heard things got changed with this president, etc. There were some changes, but there's still a lot of relief available for a lot of physicians or anybody, quite frankly, who's carrying massive student loan debt. So we can pretty much significantly reduce those payments, if not eliminate them. Pretty eye opening for some people. And again, I've said this in a previous program. I'll share this again because I think it's really worth it. We saved one family $8,000 a month. The parents are in their 60s. They want to think about retirement, but they're paying think about 6 figures a year for their children's federal student loans. And we were able to eliminate that monthly payment for them. That's a very strong statement that we're very proud of here. So they really appreciated that. um, Also, the third thing that I noticed is that there was a common question. The common question is, what can we be doing better? What are we doing wrong? What is the number one challenge for us, right? So, in different ways, it's the same message, but my immediate answer is lack of planning. You folks are busy people. You need to stay focused on your job. No pun intended, right? Because they're eye surgeons. So that said, um, the what you really want to consider is creating a team around you if you don't already have one, and a tax strategist has got to be on that team because you can't come to the same conclusion every day and scramble to see where else you can find deductions to lower your tax liability. It could be a part of an overall plan so that you've got some things pretty much automated. And year after year, you can take advantage of these existing programs. And again, I'm still finding that, a lot of physicians are not putting away enough towards their retirement. So if you look at the experts right now, Neil, they'll tell you that you need about 2 million to retire. But what do you think the average American has saved?
Like 500,000, 300,000.
Close, 250. And some of those guys are very close to retirement.
And you're talking in that industry, 250,000. That's
Well, in general, in
in
that
general.
industry, it's a little bit higher, but still significant room for improvement. And as I've said in previous programs, every dollar that you put in your company's retirement plan is a tax. It reduces your tax liability, right? It's a tax reduction,
Hmm.
but it's building your wealth at the same time. So these were the three things that were recurring that stood out to me from last weekend's conference. But I will say this: the other thing is people are like they don't know how to ask this because they don't think it's possible. Can you still help me with 2025, even though it's now a couple of months past? The answer is yes. We have a couple of programs, again, sections of the tax code that people don't know about that we can leverage and create significant deductions for them for 2025. But we need to speak soon because there's only so much inventory left and there's only so much time. These are for people who are currently on extension and still need tax savings. So, with that, let me pause here and hear your thoughts on.
It's interesting. It seems like the same thing as everyone else that has a business,
Yes,
or they all need to come up with these right planning strategies in
that's right.
multiple ways. You do have a student loan program, you have a tax program, you have many different ways to fit, but everybody is not keeping their money.
That's right.
They're not planning. They're just going and
That's right.
doing versus plan. That's what
So,
I get out of it.
and the theme of the conference was increasing your profits. So that's a theme for a lot of industries and a lot of companies. You already know that. But what goes up with profits? Your tax liability. So you need to manage that. You need to manage that. There are many people watching this who are going to have their best year ever. Why wait till the end before you realize that you could have managed your taxes down?
Totally. And all the programs that are there that you have available, Michael. And all they
That's right.
need to do is go ahead and go to rainstormmediagroup.com and schedule a call with you today, and contact you. So I think it's very, very important for people to consider these things moving forward.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
All right. That was the special simulcast, the Neil Haley Show and the Rainstorm Radio Show, guys.